Oh yes, and mosquitoes love me. Well, the first human case of West Nile virus has been confirmed right here in Kern County this year. Kern County Public Health has confirmed that the first human case of West Nile virus in Kern County for 2025. Now, last year, the county reported 12 confirmed cases. And joining me today is Michelle Corson with Public Health. And I'll tell you, you and I were just talking about mosquitoes. They love me, and I guess they love you, but your husband even more.
Yes, definitely.
So talk about what we've been seeing this year in terms of mosquitoes, and now we have this first case of West Nile.
Yes, this is typically when we start getting the cases of West Nile virus because it's warm, right? So it's summer months into fall months that we begin to see our first cases. And actually last year it was July that we saw our first case of West Nile virus. It's a good reminder that we should take this seriously. They aren't just a nuisance. Because who likes a mosquito?
Right, they're a health risk.
But it is certainly, they pose a real significant health risk. So I think protecting ourselves and just remembering that is important.
We talk about all the different ways that we can protect ourselves. I was telling you, my grandma swore by Skin So Soft from Avon, so I use that. I smell a little foo-foo-y when I have it on my legs, but hey, it beats getting bit. But there's other products like Off and stuff that contain DEET.
Yes, and DEET, they do say, is the most recommended, but I think you found something that works for you, and that's important. And if you notice that that is repelling them and they're less attracted to you, then fantastic. But yeah, any of those products, and you look at the label to kind of the instructions on use, but there's other things we can do beside wearing the repellent, you know, avoiding dusk and dawn. If you see a lot of mosquito activity, go indoors. And of course, using the repellent, but eliminating that standing water. We cannot reiterate that enough. Bird baths, but even a little toy that is tipped over and the sprinkler got a little bit of standing water in there. Dumping those, because it only takes a teaspoon for these, you know, the breeding to start, just a teaspoon of water. So really important to reduce that standing water around your property. Keep your pet bowls fresh. You should do that anyway. Important things to do. And
I noticed that the mosquitoes kind of pulled back in my yard just a little bit because I cleared some brush, because there was no sprinklers hitting the bushes and stuff like that where the water can collect and then the larvae can be put on the leaves. So kind of cleaning up around the yard for any type of standing water.
Absolutely. That's for sure something that our friends, I'm sure, the vector control agencies would say. And yeah, just maintaining, as well as maintaining your pool. You know, if you have a backdoor pool, keeping that clean and well maintained as well. And
something very important when we talk about West Nile virus, do you know what the symptoms are? What should we be looking for?
Yeah, the good news is about 80% of us are not going to really know that we have West Nile virus. It's going to be so very mild. But there is a small percentage that are going to have things like nausea, even a rash, a fever. So if you are concerned and you're having symptoms like that, especially if you feel like you've been bitten by mosquitoes, you're going to want to talk to your doctor. And very rarely there can be you know, encephalitis, meningitis that could be associated, about 1% of the population, and it can get very, very serious. So talking to your doctor if you have any concerns would be important.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Michelle, for coming
You're
in today.
Welcome.
Some tips and tricks for you in this West Nile, or what I should say, mosquito season. Let's hope that we only have that one case and no more the rest of the season.